Hello, it is I, Ralph. Uh, this is an important announcement and update in response to a really important email I got today, and it's frankly overdue. So I apologize for the delay in this discussion. I anonymized the email I got that had some great questions, and I'm going to make it into a course announcement while we talk, so let me share that screen with you. Okay, there you go. See, this is what it looks like when I make an announcement for a D2L course. That's me, not in italics. I, Ralph, got an email today from one of your classmates with some important questions about the remainder of our term. I'm just going to kind of read the email aloud and respond to every question that arises. As we go, I'll speak for the video and I'll also type short answers into this announcement for folks who don't get a chance to watch this video. If you have any follow-up questions, ask them in any setting in our course. You can email me, you can post them in our course discussions board, anywhere you like. And some of this might be news to you, so we'll just kind of read and you can ask follow-up questions for more details. This is from a student email. I am writing to you about some questions about the strike and how it will affect the rest of the course. First, I want to take a moment to let you know that I support you and all the teachers that are advocating for better wages, and let you know that I support you all and stand in solidarity with you. Thank you for that brief note of support. Thank you. And there is a website, and there is more information for students about our possible strike at this link. And I will add a link right there, but I can talk about it while I go look for the link. If you don't know, over the last 10 months, the unions here at PCC, one representing faculty like me, the other union representing classified employees, people who work in our offices, our security personnel, people who work in our kitchens who are union members, some of which are union members, not all, sadly. But both our unions have been in extended bargaining with PCC administration. 6 months of open bargaining, weeks or maybe about a month of mediation, bargaining through an impasse in mediation, and a month-long so-called cooling off period during which both unions voted to authorize our bargaining teams to call a strike if our bargaining teams see no hope in mediation of a successful contract agreement. Unfortunately, that's where we are now, and both unions have called for a strike starting Wednesday, March 11th. Um, at 10:30 a.m. And I'm going to get you this link right here. I think if I just go into I'm going to go back to my email. You can see that I'm not making this video professionally. I just want to answer these questions. I hope you can skip forward during boring parts of this video using the tools of YouTube, of course. Let me go grab this student strike FAQ. I think there's just a link in here. Yeah, there's an excellent oh no, that's not what I want. Oh, there's too many emails all happening at once in this world. Is this the one I want? Open the link. Oh my goodness, I gotta find it. Okay. I'll I'll add this link. I'll find that after I end this video. So note to self. Add link for me. So I'm not going to try to do technical stuff while we talk. Okay. In any case, There's a possible strike. It could happen next Wednesday, March 11th at 10:30 a.m. Um, we do have There are three mediation sessions scheduled between now and then. If we're lucky, or if mediation is successful, meaning administration would offer both unions contracts that are acceptable to a majority of voting union members in both unions, uh, nothing bad will happen. Or just have just no strike. If not, if not, the strike is on. Okay, now way more good questions in this email, which is why I thought it was a perfect email to respond to via video. I was just wondering, back to our students' questions, I was just wondering if this is going to affect online courses, and if so, how? Well, the answer is yes. In many, um, yes. Um, the shortest answer is I cannot do any work during a strike, meaning I cannot respond to your emails as a teacher. So if you have questions about statistics, I cannot respond. I cannot do any grading. I cannot attend any math department committee meetings or math department events. I won't do any work. So, yes, I will not work during a strike. During the strike, no email, no grading. I should say no email about our course, no grading, um, no direct learning support. That's painful and sad, obviously. I care deeply about all of you as human beings. I want to be here for you. The last few weeks I haven't been here as well as I should have been. We'll talk about that later after we talk about all these questions. I might even make a bonus video to apologize for poor work on my part this quarter. But that's the short answer to this good question. Um, will our weekly modules, back to good questions from our student, will our weekly modules be released earlier and will we be expected to finish by the 11th? Great question. Answer is no change to our schedule. Uh, the way I see the strike, it's like a storm is coming. Imagine in the Portland area, if you've been here for a few years or for your whole life, if you've been here long enough, you've lived through a Portland, Oregon ice storm when the city just shuts down for days at a time. I look at the strike like that. I see the strike like an ice storm uh, that will shut down PCC work for me. Uh, that means it's just going to come. If it comes, it may not come. Um, so I'm not going to change anything on our schedule. If I'm not going to be at work, I'm not going to try to pressure you to do work more quickly, and I'm not going to pressure you to do any academic work while I'm away. I wouldn't expect that at all. Nothing. I don't expect. I don't expect any student to do any coursework during a strike. Clear enough? I hope that's clear. Okay, just trying to prepare myself for adjusting my workload and course load accordingly. That's thoughtful and a good idea. Good idea. Instructors are taking. It's not my idea about not expecting any work from you during the strike is only mine. Instructors each have to make our individual decisions about that issue. I do know people who are planning to give a final exam like this week or next week because they really need that grade for their students. Additionally, will final grades on assignments be postponed? Great question. Uh, if the strike lasts until the day we post grades, or I guess lasts beyond that day, lasts beyond the day we post grades, that it will delay grades being posted. Again, I cannot do any academic work if I'm on strike. Neither can any of my striking colleagues. So people wouldn't be grading, or at least if we wouldn't officially be grading, maybe we're secretly getting things ready for the end of the strike behind the scenes. But we're not going to be messing with posting grades until we have a contract. Okay, also, back to the good questions. Also, will our final exam date be pushed up, as well as due dates for participation worksheets? Again, no change. Uh, no change to any of our due dates. Bonus note, if I'm on strike, I do not, reminder, if Ralph is on strike, if I'm on strike, I do not expect anyone to do any coursework. Like a storm hit us and we couldn't even get into D2L. I do not expect you to do any coursework during any strike times. And here's just a thoughtful note. I'm sorry to even ask these questions. Well, I'm sorry you're asking them because I'm sad that we're in this situation. I don't want to spend too much time talking about my feelings about bargaining and the PCC administration. We've had 10 months to solve this issue, and suckily, we're at a crisis point, and it's still unsolved. But I appreciate the thought. There's no need to apologize, of course, but I appreciate the apology and the spirit in which it's offered. Student continues, I am just trying to be proactive so I know how to prepare myself and what to expect. I hope my little discussion and these typed up answers help out. Of course, in this announcement, I'll post the link to this video as well, like right up at the top with an explanation of what's here video-wise. Thank you for any information you are able to provide, and thank you as always for all that you do. You're welcome, and you're welcome. I'll add links to all of the resources that the union and also some students have collected some resources to share. They're not super easy to find in my email because this situation is developing so quickly, but I'll go in there and make sure I can get you some more links with some more information to share here. I hope that the school does the right thing and meets the outlined terms. I hope that PCC and both unions can find agreeable contract terms, just like you. And let's just hope that that happens in the coming week. So, for the note here, here are more links for information about the strike. I'd say information for students, in particular about the always possible. It's not a strike yet. It could not happen if we're very lucky. And I will add those links when I get there. And of course, there'll be descriptions about what you can link to. Also, up at the very top, video link is what I'm going to put right here. So this YouTube video will be right there for our original questions asker, along with anyone else who tunes in with this. I'm actually going to make a second video probably in 5 minutes after I get the links together to address my work these last few weeks. I've not been giving you proper feedback on your ongoing coursework, especially your graded problem sets. I owe you an apology, but I should put it at the front of a discussion rather than at the very end. Here's one version of that apology. I apologize for poor work. It's my responsibility, and I've not lived up to my responsibilities. We'll talk about it more in another video. Again, if you have any questions about any of this for me, What I'll do is I'll start a strike questions discussion board in our class, and that way, if you have any more questions for me, I'll know exactly what they're about. Thanks for the great questions, original question asker. I'll send you all this as an email. And of course, you'll get it also in the class. And you've done a big favor for all of us opening up this discussion. Thank you so much. Now let me find all the buttons on the computer to turn off the video. Found, okay. Video, goodbye. Audio, goodbye.